Sea turtles have survived the age of dinosaurs, but they may not survive us. For over 100 million years, they have roamed the oceans, returning again and again to the same shores. Today, those shores are changing. From plastic-filled waters to artificial lights, from rising temperatures to shrinking beaches. Every challenge they face has a human origin. Meet Barbora, a young oceanographer and environmentalist from the University of Malta. Guided by her passion for the ocean, she takes us inside the hidden world of sea turtle nesting. Ancient creatures facing modern threats from warming seas and human impact. This documentary explores the science and dedication behind sea turtle protection and the people striving to safeguard one of nature's oldest stories. It's a journey of awareness and responsibility. Do you know sea turtles navigate by Earth's magnetic field? Our project learns to read that map without leaving footprints. Urban lights confuse them. Warming sands change their offspring. Plastic fills their stomachs. In every corner of the sea, our impact is visible.
So there's a number of threats which are impacting turtles in the Mediterranean. I would say that obviously turtles have this big disadvantage, which is, or I would call it Achilles heel, i.e. vulnerability, that they have to come on land to lay their eggs. That is a big Achilles heel for any marine species. You know, marine species, as long as they are in their domain, they're relatively safe. But once you come out of the sea, obviously you are exposed to all sorts of impacts, you know, both human and non. Obviously there's the boat traffic, so there's a lot of collisions, and one mustn't forget as well the impacts from fishing. There's a lot of hooks running around in the water that they swallow, and they would need then some sort of surgery, and nets. They get entangled in the nets, and obviously that's another Achilles heel. They don't have gills like fish, so they cannot stay for an indeterminate amount of time underwater. They have to surface to breathe. For instance, artificial light at night can disorient turtles. You know, normally female turtles would monitor for some time beaches before they actually, you know, come on land to nest, and artificial light, you know, pointing towards out at sea and so on, the glare at night might disorient them. There's a high degree of coastal urbanization. In fact, more than half of the coastline of the Mediterranean is already under concrete. In fact, a large amount of sand dunes, for instance, 3/4 of the sand dunes in the Mediterranean have been lost. So the coast is a very popular area in the Mediterranean and has a lot of economic importance, you know, and this is all challenging for turtle populations because obviously it's reducing the space. So turtles must compete more and more to a greater degree with humans for space, for actual space.
For generations, sea turtles have returned to the same beaches in Malta and southern Spain, ancient shores etched into their memory. But today, these once quiet places face growing pressure. What was once a safe haven is now surrounded by buildings, lights, and noise. And while the turtles still come, their chances of nesting successfully grow slimmer.
taking the Mediterranean on the positive side, at least, the warming of the Mediterranean means that more loggerheads are moving towards, our end, and they're nesting more and more in the west and northern shores of the Mediterranean. So we've seen a return of turtles to our shores as well, and this is partly driven by the higher temperatures and so on. But on the negative side, obviously it's affecting the sex ratio in turtles. Why? Because the actual sex of the turtle, of the hatchlings, depends a lot on the temperature in the sand. In fact, we're seeing more and more nests being shored up by national environmental authorities, for example with sandbags. Nowadays you could even have extreme weather, extreme storm even in the middle of summer, because the weather has become so unpredictable. And this all drives as well the erosion of our coastline. We're losing more and more sand, and obviously that means less space, less footprint where turtles can lay their eggs.
Malta and Spain show the turtles do return. But unless we preserve silence and darkness on their beaches, their loyalty may become their downfall. Escaping the shore doesn't mean escaping danger. Offshore, invisible traps, nets, hooks, and ghost gear turn the sea into a minefield. Life Oasis is a project funded by the European Life Programme that works directly with fishers and maritime stakeholders to tackle the risks of marine litter, reduce sea turtle bycatch and entanglement, and promote sustainable pelagic fisheries. Focusing on the traditional anchored fish aggregating device AFAD fishery, Life Oasis collaborates with fishers to develop a replicable and sustainable AFAD design that mitigates the risk of sea turtle bycatch, while supporting a resilient fishing community and promoting fishers as true guardians of the sea.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Nice to meet you. Good, you?
Good, good. Are you ready?
Yes. So today we're going to be going on the fishers' boat. We're right now in Marsaxlokk, which is the largest fishing village in Malta, which is situated in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea. So we are really going to be experiencing firsthand a fisher's daily life.
Perfect. Thank you. What actions are being carried out within the project, and can you say how is it specifically in Malta and Spain?
We want to work alongside them to bridge the gap between scientists and fishers, because obviously there's a lot that we can learn from each other. We will be deploying a data collection buoy, the suckling buoy, alongside, so tied to the cannezzata. This is the cannezzata that we see around in the background. So what happens is that the data collection buoy is tied to this cannezzata, which floats on top of the sea. And basically, this data collection buoy has an eco sounder, which allows us to know whenever fish is present underneath the cannezzata.
When I was small, my father, example, catch turtle like this small. Make a hole here, and the rope, or I keep it with me home. Every morning coming here, coming here near the sea and leave it to look at to swimming. I catch a small fish and I feed him. Understand?
Yes.
When I was small, to maybe 9 years,
Yeah.
So it's different in the past.
Yeah.
50 years.
What happens is that when the fishermen go out at sea and they find lampuca or they don't find lampuca, they let us know so that we can download data from this data collection buoy. And then slowly we try to learn and understand as well the behavior of the lampuca, because understanding the behavior of the fish can then help us find the right solution and a successful solution that will allow the fishermen to still be able to fish for the lampuca, but also make sure that we reduce the bycatch and entanglement of the sea turtle, which is our goal. But also in the long run, we hope to see sort of an upgrade of this fishing gear to make it more sustainable, and as a result help save the turtles.
So before the government made an incentive to give them money for sea turtles they brought in that were accidentally caught. And then the government would make sure that they're okay and release the sea turtles.
Tourists, fishermen, and take it and go into release. البحر يمشي دائما جهة القديم أو ħafna tibdel tal-klejma
Ija,
naqas jekk nafu il-ħut naqas ħafna
ħadik vera.
naqas ħabba l-klejma ġifieri mhix għax m'hemmx ħut fil-baħar ħut hemm fil-baħar però għadna ma qbadniex is-sistema fej qiegħed jimxi l-ħut.
Eżatt.
Tifhem u l-livell tal-baħar lati qawwi ġifieri. Jekk naħdmu flimkien u nikkollaboraw flimkien ikun avvanz għas-sejjida wkoll.
I think we are quite ambitious with our goals, but also we have seen really positive results in just the first year of working on this project. A lot of engagement with fishers and positive interactions with fishers as well. I was quite surprised myself. But we're already very happy with the results that we are seeing now. What I would really like to see in the future is that we also extend our network to more North African countries to make sure that all fishers fishing in the Mediterranean Sea are included in this project because obviously they all share the same sea. So I really think that this is a really good opportunity at this project to make the right steps forward.
Conservation doesn't happen only in the lab. Every night and morning at the nesting season, Malta's beaches are patrolled, measured, and monitored.
I think for new volunteers, it's difficult to initially see and feel why they're doing this work. Most join because they love sea turtles, but I think for the majority of volunteers, even for me, the time it hits home why you're doing what you're doing is when you either get to see the hatchlings coming out or when we get to release an animal back to the wild. It is such an emotional experience, both instances, that there is where you say, this is why I'm dedicating my free time to this cause, so that these animals get a chance to survive. These animals, the future generations get a chance to see these animals live and not on just a photo or a video or a documentary.
Next, Nature Trust Malta, a leading NGO protecting Malta's coasts and endangered species, especially sea turtles, through education, research, and rescue. Its marine rescue team rehabilitates injured marine animals with partners at home and abroad. Founder of NGO Vincent Attard explains the mission and daily rescue work.
We usually get 5 categories of injuries at the time. The most common are eye catch. So we tend to get turtles that have either a hook in the mouth or they've swallowed the hook in the stomach or intestines with a line inside as well. Sometimes the line could be 2 meters. Okay, and these are treated by our vets. We need to remove the hook, we need to remove eventually the line, which comes out on its own through medication, and that can take up to from 2 to 4 months, even sometimes 8 months.
So when we receive a call about an injured turtle, usually it causes quite a big shift from volunteers, especially if the turtle call is from GOZO, because then you have to first the GOZO volunteers pick it up. Whilst they are driving to the ferry, we get the initial assessment, then one of the Malta volunteers meets them at the ferry, and then from there it's a relay to the center.
In Malta, we cover 85% of the school population, where we teach them about biodiversity, climate change, waste separation, gender equality, those connected with the Sustainable Development Goals.
Can you see it if she opens the mouth?
Yes, you see the line, so we need to operate. She's being x-rayed tomorrow. she's not being fed, because if we feed her enough, they can resist up to 6 months. The reason why we're not feeding it is we don't want the line to disappear, okay? Because she might swallow the fish and swallow the line. The line could be, if the hook is at the upper part, with the camera we follow the line till we find the hook. When we cut the hook, we pull the hook out slowly, without the point, out of the mouth.
During nesting season, trained volunteers run nightly and dawn patrols, logging tracks, body pits, or females coming ashore. Patrols stay silent and use red light only. If the turtle is on land, they keep their distance and alert the coordinator of its position. Injured turtles are given a microchip ID. Once a nest is confirmed, a protective enclosure is installed, and temperature-humidity loggers are placed about 1 to 2 meters from the nest at egg depth. Data used to track embryo development and temperature-driven sex ratios. For the 50 to 60-day incubation, the site is monitored continuously. Volunteers secure the enclosure, watch for animal activity, and engage the public. As hatching nears, a sand corridor is prepared from nest to sea. Ground-penetrating radar, GPR, uses short electromagnetic pulses to image beneath the sand. It detects density changes without digging, so potential nests can be found with zero disturbance.
Ground-penetrating radar, also called GPR, is a geophysical tool that uses electromagnetic waves to investigate what is underneath the ground. It is a not invasive technique, and it is employed using an instrument, an antenna, deployed on top of the ground. And when we move the instrument, we scan what is underground, basically. We manage to detect difference in the material. For example, if there is a pocket of air or an object that is buried underneath.
LiDAR, a laser-based survey, maps the beach surface in high detail. We're on a Maltese beach running a reference GPR scan over undisturbed sand.
So we're going to take the measurements before we make the nest and then after we make the nest, right?
Exactly.
So now, with a depth of 30 centimeters, we're going to make the chamber down there, digging by hand, because the sea turtle eggs are really, really soft, so they can diffuse gases and take moist from the surrounding area. How a turtle can do this?
Meanwhile, the nest is being 3D scanned using phone LiDAR. LiDAR, feature incorporated into most modern smartphones, can be used to create 3D model of the nest.
We expect to find a specific pattern in the identification of anomalies that can be associated to turtle nest, because once the turtle will dig, the area will change its characteristics.
We chose the chicken eggs because the volume should be the similar volume as the turtle eggs. Now we are going to place 54 eggs in our replicated nest. As we covered the eggs, the chicken eggs, under the ground, now we're going to use again the radar, and we're going to scan the area again to see the differences, if we can detect the nest, the potential nest. So Emmanuel, why are we using now the thermal camera?
So trying to create a profile of temperatures, because it affects the sex of the turtles. So we know that different temperature, there will be more female if the temperature is higher.
Together, GPR plus LiDAR deliver precise, low-impact detection and monitoring, improving conservation while minimizing disturbance.
We made it. You know the Capitan Morgan?
The past 10 years, 2015 to 2024, have been the warmest decade ever recorded. It is estimated that if global warming exceeds 1.5 degrees Celsius, 70 to 90% of coral reefs will be lost. At 2 degrees Celsius, almost all reefs could disappear. Global sea level has been rising at an average rate of 3.6 millimeters per year between 2006 and 2015, and the rate continues to increase. Studies suggest that by 2050, land currently home to about 300 million people could be exposed to annual coastal flooding. According to UNEP, every day the equivalent of 2,000 garbage trucks of plastic waste is dumped into the world's oceans, rivers, and lakes. Each year, an estimated 19 to 23 million tons of plastic waste leak into aquatic ecosystems. If current trends continue, by 2050 plastic could outweigh fish by mass in the oceans. This is an estimated projection. Microplastics have been scientifically detected in human blood, placentas, and even in rainfall. It is estimated that around 1 million species are currently at risk of extinction due to human activity. Populations of wild vertebrates have declined by an average of 69% since 1970. Current extinction rates are estimated to be tens to hundreds of times higher than the natural background rate. Between 2015 and 2020, an average of 10 million hectares of forest were lost every year. Scientists warn that the Amazon rainforest is approaching a tipping point, beyond which large areas could shift toward savanna-like ecosystems, losing their ability to generate rainfall. Exposure to harmful chemicals is estimated to contribute to around 8% of all deaths in the European Union. The global production of chemicals has increased more than 50-fold between 1950 and 2000, and many new chemicals are still being registered every day. Most of these substances have not been fully assessed for their environmental or health impacts, and chemical pollution remains one of Europe's major sustainability challenges. The global population surpassed 8 billion in 2022. Humanity currently uses about 1.7 times the Earth's biocapacity, meaning we consume resources faster than the planet can regenerate them. If everyone lived like the average European, we would need around 3 Earths to sustain that lifestyle. Will they survive us? Is this the legacy we want? If we caused it, will we fix it? Are we the problem or the solution? Nature will survive without us, but will we survive without her?